All right, we will start and continue with this lesson on measuring angles on number 15. All right, number 15 asks us to find the measure of angle FHI, and that equals 142. All right, so F to H to I is which part of this diagram?
The whole.
The whole, right? Good. It's all the way across. 142 degrees. Okay, and then H is what part of this diagram? What's that called?
The vertex.
The vertex. Excellent. So what are the measure of angle FHG? So FHG, so that's a part. We got to find that. And then we got to find the measure of angle GHI. GHI. Okay, so another part as well. Any questions on what the question is asking us to do? All right. Now that we know and understand what the question is asking us, we need to answer the question. What is the first step in answering the question? We got to write an equation, okay? And what's the big idea that's going to help us write this equation that we've talked about? Can we look back on our notes? Because I know you wrote it down. I made you write it down. What's going to help us? What's our big idea? One of the skills that I want you to emphasize is being able to use your resources and having an organized binder so we can find those. Now, for the sake of time, I went ahead and wrote it on the board, okay? But we need to improve our ability to go back and find information, okay? But the big idea is that part 1
Equals part 2.
plus, no, not equal, plus part 2 equals what? The whole. Okay, good. All right, so Joseph, what would be part 1? You have a couple choices here.
Part 1 would be 3x plus 6.
There we go. So we have 3x plus 6, and then plus, what would part 2 be, Nikki? 9x minus 8. And the whole or the total of that would be what? 142. Excellent. All right, so now that we have our equation set up, we want to solve it. All right, and the first step in solving this equation is going to be what? Yeah, combining like terms. Okay, so Joseph, give me a set of like terms.
3x and 9x.
3x and what?
9x.
9x, okay. Nikki, are there any more like terms on that side?
6 and negative 8.
There you go. All right, so we're on the same side, so we're going to do what it says. Okay, so 3x and 9x gives us 12x. Good. And then,
-2.
good. Equals, excellent. So we want to bring that down, the stuff you did not use. All right. So now we want to do what?
And 2.
And the reason you added 2,
Because it's already.
what'd you say?
Because it's a negative number already.
Excellent. We're going to opposite sides of the equal sign, so we have to use our opposite operations, correct? All right, so that cancels there. So bring down my 12x, and 142 plus 2 is
144.
144. Excellent. All right, and then Nikki, what's the last step?
Divide x out by 12.
Excellent.
You get
All right, so x equals
12.
12. Is that the answer to the question?
No.
No. Excellent. We have to take this information and do a couple more steps, correct? It wants us to find the angle, the measure of angle FHG. So angle FHG equals 3x plus 6, correct?
That equals 42.
So we'll change that x to 12. What's that called again? If Mr. Beeman's not here, who replaces him?
Substitute.
Substitute, right? So that's substitution. Okay, so 3 times 12 plus 6 is what?
42.
42. Nikki, do you agree with that?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Sounds right. Let's be exactly. Do you guys have your calculator on your desk? Man, see, I wasn't in here and you guys forget every single little thing. Joseph, get a calculator. Oh, she's gonna be nice. All right. So let's be exact. I'm always want you to do it in your head first, okay? But I want you to be exact, so check it. All right.
Yeah.
42 degrees. All right, good. All right, so the next one, they want us to find angle GHI,
It's 100.
and that was 9 times x, which is now 12, minus 8. Joseph says 100. Nikki, do you agree with that?
Mhm.
All right, good. As do I. Nice job. Any questions?
No.
All right,
I
you
didn't-
got to remember this right at the top of your paper right now. Part 1 plus part 2 equals the whole.
I didn't go through it in finite terms, so I just basically for
You did the same thing, you just did it a different way.
no, I didn't even write anything out. I just looked at it and knew that GHI was more than 90 degrees.
Because you knew the big idea, right?
So I
Yes.
knew 100 and then 42 could be the other one. It was 142.
Okay, good. All right. 16. Angle JKL is a right angle. So what does that tell you?
That it's 90 degrees.
Then it's 90 degrees because JKL is 90 degrees because you know all right angles are exactly 90 degrees. Nice job. All right, so if we know the big idea, part 1 plus part 2 equals the whole, what is our equation?
12 plus 3.
12 plus 3.
Or 12
There you go.
Plus
12x plus 3
plus 6 minus
plus 6x minus 3 equals
90.
90. Nikki, you okay with that?
Yep.
All right, Nikki, combine my like terms for me this time.
12x, 6x,
Okay, and
3 negative 3.
good. So when you simplify those, Nikki, what do you get?
8x.
Ah, 12x's plus 6x's. Joseph, let her figure it out.
18x.
There you go. 18x. And then what is plus 3 minus 3?
0.
0, good. And so that equals 90. Joseph, what do I do now?
We divide by 18.
Divide by 18. And what did we get?
5.
5. Joseph, do you agree with that?
Yeah.
You sure? Okay, you looked at putting a calculator and you didn't put it in there.
I agree.
All right. Now we know x is 5. Are we finished?
No.
No, we have to find out the angle measures.
You gotta substitute 5 for that.
All right, so angle JKM equals 12 times x plus 3,
63.
63. Joseph, you agree?
Yeah.
All right, so then angle MKL is 6x
27.
minus 3. Oops. It's 27 degrees. Does 63 plus 27 equal 90?
Uh-huh. No.
I don't know. Does it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Add them together?
Yeah. Add them together. You'll find.
Why would I do that?
Make sure you get the whole.
Yeah.
To make sure I got it right. Okay, I just checked myself. If I said that JKM, this angle right here, is 63, and MKL, this angle right here, is 27, I said in the beginning that part 1 plus part 2, which is these two, equal the whole, right? So you can go back and check yourself. 63 and 27, does that equal 90? Yes. Okay, if you got it wrong, that do not equal each other, then you mess up somewhere. Does that make sense?
Did we have to write whether it's up to or cute? Because I got confused at the top. It said JKL. is
For 15 and
right
16?
angle. For only 16, it just said it's a right angle. What are?
No,
No,
it's
we
just
have to-
asking you for,
Two, so cute.
when it says what are, it says remember this, how this reads. This is the measure of angle JKM. So what are you finding? The measure of angle JKM. All right? Questions on the first two? All right. Where's my... All right, next part. They wanted us to use a protractor. You guys have protractors in class, right? Okay, so when you use your protractor, you measured and classified each angle. Nikki, what'd you get for 17?
160 degrees.
How much?
160.
160, okay, and then where does that put it in the classification?
Obtuse.
Obtuse, excellent. Joseph, what'd you get for 18?
Oh, I didn't know we had the measurement. I thought we just had to put what it is. Tuesday,
Mm-hmm. $50 degrees, okay? Which makes it
and acute angle.
acute angle. Good.
I got 56.
56?
No.
Remember that, I'd say about 60, but we're just splitting hairs. Okay. It's still between 0 and 90, which makes it acute.
So wait, you did it like this. Did we have to do it like that?
Nope.
Could we have?
Yep. 19, Nikki, what'd you get?
80 degrees.
80 degrees? 80 degrees? That's not 80.
90.
Mm-mm.
So 100.
It's 100 degrees, yes.
So you could go more than 90.
Here. All right, so if it's 100 degrees, what does that make it? Obtuse angle, good. All right, number 20, what did you get?
Me?
Either one.
It's 90 degrees. Right?
90 degrees. So that is a
Right.
right angle. All right, good, nice job.